Record it. Okay, good morning. Good morning. So I'm just going to start out by talking. A lot of you have seen me post and share, and some of you are already using the product. So thank you for that. But just basically, we hear so much about, the injections, and now we have a more natural version coming out. And for most of the people in my world, in my circle, the injections are not really an option. That's why we're all right in this community of more holistic health. So what all peptides are really are small chain amino acids, right? And if you think about proteins are the long chain. So and the two types, as we talk about peptides, there's therapeutic, which is what I was just talking about, the synthetic. They're made in a lab, administered typically by injection. And what we share are bioactive precision peptides. So those are made naturally, right, through God and nature. And they're because they're naturally occurring, they can be ingested. So I'm having many of you drink the Fit, which is my addiction. And we can talk about that addiction later. It's very addicting. It's delicious and it just makes me feel amazing. So, and on the other hand, so they're consumed as nutritional supplements. They come in either powder packs or, of course, traditional, supplements, capsules. And so very easy to take. You don't have to have a medical, you don't have to have medical supervision, and they're super cost effective. I think they range from 50 to 120 per product. So, and also what these aid in, as opposed to the synthetics, which unfortunately can destroy different components in the body, like muscle. These enhance lean muscle, and that's my favorite product here, Fit, is to increase muscle. And as we age, as we go through perimenopause and menopause, those things are critical. They're critical for blood sugar, right? Because that's where the blood sugar is stored, that glycogen. So, and it also helps with visceral fat reduction. The peptides do, and they help with focus without, again, the negative side effects that those therapeutic or synthetics can have. So anyways, so with that, the beauty is that with the bioactive precision, we can use them without the, I think, and again, I don't study pharmaceuticals because I have no interest in them. So I know there's a lot of what they call cycling, using them. Okay, we don't have that. You can just use them, and you can even use more than it says on the box and be perfectly safe, which we do adjust by your needs. And you can, kind of experiment with that. So they're stable in the gut. They're also, again, just very easy, and they taste delicious. And this is one of the other, it's called Energized, and it is another one of the peptides. And the blue is not from artificial color. And you guys know me, I would never put anything in my body with artificial color. Color is from blue. Spirulina, it's an algae, if you're not familiar with spirulina. So, and then, we want to really look at, of course, and I'll talk, in a little bit about, I'll go through each of the products because I know, and then I'm just going to give you some like real quick tips on how to manage your blood sugar. So whether you just have blood sugar imbalances, or if you were diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, there's things you can do, or just to prevent it. So I call them my, top 5 tips. So I'm going to share, I think this may be the easiest, and I have the physical product here, and I'll share my screen so you can see. I thought this may be easier. I created a flip chart when I go into like a salon or a spa that I have this just at my hand. So I figured I'd use this electronically. Okay. So these are all clean products, of course, and you guys know it's, everything I do is all the non-GMO, and this is our clean slate philosophy in the products, what they don't have, and what a lot of the other either weight loss or focus or energy products would have in them. I won't go through this, but obviously if you, I can get this to you at any time. So, there's only 6 products in the peptide product line right now. They are developing more, is what we're hearing. And just to differentiate, so if you have these, the products, a very easy visual way to tell if it's a white box right now, and if they change this is how I remember. If it's a gray box, that means they're actually peptides. The 2 are support products. They're in a white box, so they do not actually contain peptides, but they support the process or the body processes or the process of what the product is intended to do. Like with this is hydrate. So there are no peptides in it, but it has the magnesium chloride, sodium, without the artificial colors. It has coconut water, which I love. I'm a huge fan of that. So we're going to start out, and this is no certain order. So Calm, this is what I have. So Calm comes in a little pouch as, let me see, I have the right one. That's hydrated. Okay, purple. That's how I remember. So what would you use this for? A lot of us are under chronic stress. I support a lot of women with adrenal fatigue. Personally, I've been through it a couple times, believe it or not. I didn't learn my lesson the first time, but and that's where we end up as business owners, entrepreneurs, or if you're caretakers. We see this quite frequently in women. I'm talking about adrenal fatigue. So because the level of stress we have, it's impacting sleep, it's impacting our weight. It's really the cause, in my opinion, of every disease. And it starts with what I call the stress cascade or the disease cascade. It all starts with stress. So if we can calm our nervous system with something natural, that's the key. So what you would do is you would just tear this little top off and you just put it right on your tongue, under your tongue. Doesn't really matter. Just put it in your mouth. No water required. So this way, you don't have to worry about having water. Let's say if you're in the car, you're driving on Highway 26. If you guys live in South Carolina, you'll know you probably all have your own interstate that gives you anxiety with traffic and all that. That's a good example. Or children could be another example. So what it contains 4 key ingredients, which these ingredients I have recommended forever in basically separate form. So I love it's in one form. And it also, we've heard lots of success stories with sleep with this to improve sleep. Now, when I took it, I felt like I was in a deeper, I don't have any problem sleeping. I sleep through the night. I sleep well, but I felt like I slept a little bit deeper, which was really cool. So that's what it did for me. So whether you have anxious feelings or just stress or don't feel like you're sleeping well. So we usually recommend start out, you can take one in the afternoon and then take another one about 30 minutes before you go to bed. And the beauty is, instead of having to take a pill, wash it down with 8 ounces of water, then you have to get up in the middle of the night and use the restroom. This, on the other hand, you wouldn't have to. So it contains the lemon balm, L-theanine, GABA, and ashwagandha. I'm a huge fan of, like I said, especially the GABA and the L-theanine. Like I said, really all of them. Those are products, capsules I would recommend all the time, just for women. And again, having it in all one is fantastic. Okay, so next I want to try to go through these fast so we can really get to you guys asking questions or talking about what you need. But I thought this may trigger kind of some things that maybe you didn't think about that you may need help with. Energize is really just what it says. It's a peptide, and it comes from a blend of ginseng is the component in the Energized. And this is what I had mentioned. You mix it with water. This is blue spirulina. It does have about 100 milligrams of caffeine, as well as the fit. Now, I am caffeine sensitive, so I think I'm a pretty good gauge of this, that I can take this. I usually take this between breakfast and lunch. So that's when I take the fit, and I'll get to that in a minute. And this is just my kind of routine. You can pick your own. And then if I need an energized, I would do that maybe like right after lunch, kind of before, maybe 2 or 3 o'clock, just to ensure that it doesn't disrupt my sleep. So I have had no problems whatsoever, even if I've taken it a little bit later. And that says a lot from someone that is caffeine sensitive. So in this, like I said, the peptide blend of this is the main peptide is ginseng. So again, these are just beautiful natural sources, and they both taste amazing. Most people really love the Fit. It has an orangish flavor and it's delicious. So, again, everybody needs, there's really not many people who don't need energy. You can see the statistics here that, and the beauty of these peptides. So typically with adrenal fatigue, I work with a lot of women that have adrenal fatigue. First thing I say is no caffeine. This would actually support the adrenals. Like that's how clean, that's how safe, that's the blend in it that I could safely say, you know what, you can use this one because it will actually help support adrenal function, which is absolutely unheard of. So again, another reason why I love it. I can give women options to maintain their energy because of course, adrenal fatigue is all about being fatigued, right? Mentally and physically, mentally, emotionally. So, and this brings us to Fit. What is Fit for and how does it, support you? Again, you can see right here, 47% report less fatigue, more protein synthesis, which means more muscle. More muscle means fewer blood sugar disruptions, right? Because remember we talked about that your blood sugar is stored in the muscle. That's when it converts over to glycogen when, for future use. And then 54% increase in performance. So if you have children, nieces, nephews, we've got a lot of student athletes using this because it is that safe, even if they're in a program that says like no supplements, no steroids. A lot of the kids that I've heard so far have gotten clearance on using this. So 103% strength recovery. Again, if you are in any stage of menopause, please start now because that breakdown starts at the age of mid-30s. So I can't emphasize this enough. Do your resistant weights, walk daily, and drink your Fit.
Hey, Bonnie, do you mind if I just step in here for a second on
No,
this?
no, please, Susan, do. This is great. Please.
So, with the Fit, what I've found and my patients and clients have found is it helps with body aches and pains.
Yes.
So, just especially with perimenopause, but not only that, the the aches and pains as we get older, it's actually helping with that. So it's actually kind of an anti-inflammatory that helps. So for me, I know being in perimenopause, I was, you got to lift your weights, you got to build that muscle. But I was having horrible delayed onset muscle soreness for days afterwards, and I would just be lifting like 10 pounds, a gallon of milk. That should not hurt me. The Fit took that away. When we had all that snow here in Louisville, we got, I don't know, 14 inches. I was shoveling every day. And usually that's when people end up having aches and pains. I would take my Fit right after I would do all my shoveling. I would wake up the next day with no pain. So just that kind of that added, and that's kind of what I tell people. If you're having these aches and pains throughout your body, Fit really does help with that.
Yes, thank you. Oh my gosh. It seems like I always bring up, oh, it's an anti-inflammatory, and I totally space it. So thank you, Susan. Oh my gosh. That is like, to me, that is so important. And how amazing is that you could experience it? For
It
me,
is. Then
yeah,
you don't have to take ibuprofen.
yeah, no, you don't want that. Destroy the gut and other processes. What I find when I drink this is it makes me, and my ladies in my networking group, they're like, what are you taking? I want some of that because like it makes me giddy. Like I can't explain it. It's kind of euphoric for me. And like I said, my body is hypersensitive to everything. I love it. It also helps for me. Again, don't know if it will do this for you, but it kind of gets the colon rolling. So if you haven't been regular, typically I am, but for some reason, this just seems to make some more magic happen and, get the colon rolling and detox a little bit. So nothing scary. It's just normal, healthy bowel movement. But those are, again, it'll do something different for each one of us, right? Because we're all unique. We all have different needs. So, anyways, I am super excited about this product. This is one I'm like, okay, every woman in America needs to be on this, and I have it on auto ship. So I don't run out. Okay. And let me see. Okay. Next is focused. Focused These are capsules. I either take 1 or 2 a day, depending if I remember. I think the recommended suggested serving is 1, but a lot of times I'll take a second one if I feel I need extra focus, right? And who does not? Again, our phones, social media is creating what we call adult acquired ADHD. It's too much scrolling, too many distractions, and it's tough. I get it, especially, if you're a business owner, you've got to do all the things. It's really hard, or if you're an entrepreneur or just living life today, we need to support memory and focus. And the peptide in the focus product is ginkgo. So again, just a beautiful blend of, and also contains lutein. So I believe this is the one, Susan, help me with this, this is the one, obviously would be the one that they say also helps with vision. Is that correct? Because it does have lutein in it.
That I could not
Okay.
say. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we can confirm
It
that.
does help with brain fog with perimenopause.
Got it. Okay, perfect.
So during tax season, because I'm in front of the screen for 70 hours a week, I take lutein. I buy something natural. I don't remember what it is, but yes, it definitely is for the eyes. And last tax season, I didn't take it as diligently, and my eyes hurt so bad. I felt like needles in my eyes.
Oh, wow. Okay, good. That's a good testimony how powerful that is. So, okay, excellent. Thank you, Haftal. Okay, we're going to just keep moving here. Hydrated, I talked a little bit about that. Again, that is another packet. Carry it with you. And this is something I'll share. I do a lot of 24-hour urinalysis testing to look at gut health and a lot of other processes in the body. And what I find is women are over consuming water. And people are like, is that really a thing? Yes. They're over consuming water and they're dehydrated. So again, that's typically a sign women are consuming too many simple carbohydrates instead of complex. So it pulls the water out of their system. So they keep drinking. They have this insatiable thirst, but yet they're chronically dehydrated. So, most people, it's like, how can that be? Well, it happens. So that's why taking a electrolyte and of course, cutting back on the simple carbs and consuming more of complex fruits, vegetables, grains, nuts, and seeds are going to be the answer for that. So again, it says right here, like 75% of all Americans are chronically dehydrated, and no one thinks they are because, well, I drank half my body weight in water. Well, I can prove otherwise. Just pee in a jug and I will test it for you and tell you you're not hydrated by drinking more water. So love these. It has a grapefruit flavor. If somebody's on like a blood thinner, I hear that like, oh my gosh, I can't take it. It's the way it's extracted. It's not going to be a concern if you are any type of blood thinner. So what we recommend, the combination is, if you're looking for weight loss, is the Fit, the Lean, which we haven't got to yet, and the Hydrate. That is our powerhouse for weight loss, those 3 products. So, and that brings us to Lean. 100% of the weight loss was fat, not muscle. That's what's happening to a lot of these people on the therapeutic peptides. They are not losing fat, they are losing muscle, which is terrifying in my opinion. So just use caution. I don't want to make anybody feel bad if you are using them or have used them in the past or thinking about it, but please do your research and do your due diligence on that. So 65% was the visceral, and a 600% reduction in the caloric intake happens as a natural result. So again, the peptide in this is a combination. The main one is from a fungi. There's also grapefruit, orange, and guarana in their just capsules. So you're going to take, the recommended serving is 2 a day. Some people take 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. I have switched that and I'm doing a little bit of a trial. I'm in month 3 and it is peptides build in the body. It's not one and done. Some people are getting incredible results in 1 month. I almost hate to post those because it's a little bit deceiving and then people get discouraged. Every body is unique, right? So give it at least 90 days, 90 to 120 days to build up in your system. I'm taking 2 right before I go to bed. I'm going to try that for a while and just kind of see what shifts. I have lost a couple pounds, but more importantly, besides the scale, we want you to take your measurements, and we want you to um, take pictures, because you're going to see visually, you're going to start to feel it. I can feel it in my pants for sure. There's no question. So I know I've probably lost some in my waist. So I just haven't taken the time. And again, I wanted to get through my 3rd month for sure. So, and there's our friend, Denise, Susan, and I have a dear friend in the Louisville area. And this was literally for her, it was just a few days. So again, don't know that that's typical. So we don't want to set unrealistic expectations. So anyways, with that, I am going to stop my share so I can see you all. We can just kind of hang out here and chat and ask questions. And hopefully I covered all the products. I've got more information, but again, just want to hear from you and take a break and let you guys chat.
So with the lean, you said that as opposed to the pharma, that I cannot believe the amount of side effects that people are willing to put into their body. This one is fat release as opposed to loss of muscle. The lean one. Is that what you said, or did I miss that?
Yeah, it burns fat. So
Okay.
it's fat loss versus muscle loss.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's really a lot. Like, I think it's 40%, isn't it, Susan, of what the others are losing is actual muscle. And like I said, as you age, think about the falls, right? They say if you fall when you're older, like your chance of longevity is decreased by like 80%. I mean, you don't want to fall. You want to keep your balance. You want to keep your flexibility. You want to keep muscle. And with our estrogen levels, that dictates, and that really impacts our ability to maintain that muscle. So we have a lot going against us compared to our male counterparts, right? So we have to work that much harder. It's not really fair, but it's okay. We're going to do it because we're tough. We're women, right?
We do that in the corporate world also.
Yeah. Yes, I was there. It was a little bit cutthroat. So anybody else have, and I have a few tips here. I'm going to talk about just kind of managing blood sugar, a few things that I think may help also. So let me run through those real quick as you guys are thinking. So whether you have blood sugar, for years it wasn't type 2 diet. It was just hypoglycemia is what they diagnosed it as. And I thought it was normal. I didn't know that people could leave the house and not have to. My husband would not let me leave. He'd say, go get a snack because I'm not getting in the car with you. Because I would get mean. I would get dizzy. My head would spin. I thought that was normal. I thought everybody did that. I did not know it was not normal. Common. I say this all the time. It's common. It's not normal. So here's a few things. If that's happening to you, if you can't go a few hours without having, some type of food, again, that's not normal. So, and again, it also starts with the gut, with the microbiome, evaluating. I'm super excited. I've got some new testing I'm going to do with the microbiome and be able to help people at a higher level. But these are things you can do right now. Cut out your snacks. Really focus on your high quality meals with a healthy fat, with high protein, with some fermented food. That could be, fermented vegetables, sauerkraut to kombucha. And get a high quality kombucha. I like the Synergy. I'm a little bit snobbish about that. You guys may have other ones. But get that, and I just did the clean eating challenge. I've got that clean eating guide. If any of you did not pick that up, grab that. That is super helpful. And we've got another guide we can share with you as well. And prioritize protein, number 2. So number 1 is decrease all the snacking, right? Because your blood sugar is going to be all over the place, especially most of us don't make good choices on snacks, right? And when we did our 4-day challenge, clean eating, and I see some of you ladies were in there and did that with me. Like literally I took, I have my cheat foods, my they're organic, but they're still sugar. So I had to go hide my, chocolate upstairs on myself so I wouldn't keep eating it, or, just unconsciously go to the pantry. So number 2 is make protein a priority. It fills you up, it reduces cravings. If you struggle with depression, there is a direct correlation, I know this personally, between lack of protein and depression. So we need that in our bodies. So that will help. Number 3 is add fiber to every meal, right? Those carbohydrates, those complex, whether it's a sweet potato or broccoli or whatever it is, it keeps your insulin steady. Number 4, resistance training. It is no longer an option. You don't have to go lift 50 pounds in the gym, but do lift weights, something, even if it's cans of soup, do something and do it at least 3 times a week. So again, 80% of your blood sugar is stored in the muscles. More muscle means better blood sugar control, right? So, and again, when your body doesn't use the blood sugar for immediate energy, it's going to store it up in the muscle as glycogen. Number 5, skipping simple or just straight fruit in the morning, like grabbing maybe a banana is not the best thing, or just eating oatmeal. I don't do well with straight oatmeal. If I eat oatmeal, typically I do overnight oats and I mix it with my protein. I have a plant protein that I'll mix it with, so it adds the protein. I cannot just eat regular oatmeal. It's, again, that's going to keep your blood sugar, more stable if you skip those things. For me, I say if you have to have snacks, a piece of fruit, to keep it to a serving size, which is like a half a cup or a small piece of fruit, have that in between your meals. Fruit digests better outside of other foods, especially with meats and other things. So it doesn't play well, especially citrus fruit, and never eat citrus fruit with other foods. So again, type 2 diabetes is a lifestyle disease, right? It truly is. So a few simple changes and you can really improve your health. So any thoughts or questions on any of that?
I have
I
a
have
quick
quite a few questions. Go ahead, because I have quite a few.
Okay,
Okay.
you guys just fire them off, and Susan, you be ready to help me here. But we'll
So
try best, and if we don't know, we'll get the answers to you. How's that? We have people that
Okay.
so sometimes I'll put fruit in my salad, and I will sometimes put protein in my salad as well, but and I'm vegetarian for those that don't know. Um so I'm wondering if putting like orange in my um salad is not a good idea. I know that I grew up in Israel and they say, in the morning you're supposed to eat just fruit until noon, nothing else. And so sadly I don't live that way, but so citrus in my salad is not good, or apple or berries in my salad, but specifically citrus because you said that in particular.
Yeah, and again, every person is different in general. Again, I'm a digestive health specialist. Everything I do focuses on how to optimize digestion, right? Because that is critical. But with that, no, I personally would not and don't recommend that you put citrus fruit. And once in a while it's fine, but I would not do that on a regular basis, and really monitor. Do you have gas, acid reflux, bloating, constipation, diarrhea? Those are all signs that you're not digesting well. So if you have any of those, just recognize that. If you have a rock solid digestive system and it works for you, like that's not that, trust me, there's a lot worse things in the world you could be eating and doing. But for a lot of people, the women I see, they're not digesting well. That's one simple thing I can say. Hey, have that orange in between a meal, not, with other foods. So try it and, just experiment with it. How's that? And see how you feel. And that's what, I want you to think about. How does food make you feel? We're not talking fats, calories. I don't recommend like a super high protein or all avoid carbs like the plague. I really focus on balance because I believe that's what it's about. I don't, if you're going to do a super high protein, no carbs, like don't do it for very long. I just, like I said, I am not a fan. So everybody has to determine what works for their body. But yeah, so yeah, I would experiment with it and see, do you feel different? Again, and every time we eat, ask yourself, how does food make me feel? If it makes you feel light and energized, versus heavy and dull. If it makes you feel heavy and dull, that's a sign your body's not breaking it down. So that's a really super easy way. Keep your food log, put a few notes, do that for about 4 or 5 days. You'll know.
Can I ask one more question? If I want to start taking these peptides, do you recommend to do like a detox or a gut cleaning or whatever it is? And we can talk about separately.
No, you can just start taking them. That's, I say, get the nutrients in your body. You don't need to now. Like I said, when I work with clients, do I have them detox a little bit? Yes, but I will have them supplement alongside. So, like I said, without knowing what somebody's eating or what's in their body or what, the toxic levels in their body, called the endocrine levels, bowel toxicity, what's breaking up, that would be hard to say for everyone. If you're already eating clean, there's, everybody has toxic levels. Even if you are eating clean, some people have more. If you're coming off fast food, just stop eating fast food. That may be an easy way. And, just start feeding your body the nutrients. So,
Bonnie, let me jump in here real quick on that. So when you start some people, what they're finding is when you start taking the peptides, your body does go through a detox anyway. So as so like for me, I eat very clean. And I even went through a detox. I don't know really what it was trying to detox out of me, but I did have a couple weeks of some bloating and some gassiness. But then after that, I was good. It was gone. So there are people that are noticing just a natural detox from starting to take the peptides anyway.
Okay, cool. That's good to know. Thank you, Susan. Yeah, very good to know. Awesome. I love having your perspective in this. So super helpful. Okay, good deal. Okay, Rebecca, you had a list there. Fire away.
Yeah. So everything, all the products, are you supposed to take them every day?
I think I really just take what you need, unless you feel like you need them all. Some days I've probably taken, like at first, especially, I was like, oh, I'm gonna take them all and see what happens. But I think I don't take energized every single day because of, the Fit has some caffeine. I don't need a lot of external energy because I have a lot of internal energy. But it does help. What I like about energized, it helps me focus. It's more of a mental energy. So it helps for me, it helps with the focus and the clarity. So if I've got something really intense I'm working on, I'm gonna, put that in the mix. So, and again, for me, I don't take Calm very often. I don't, for me, I sleep fantastic. So, I don't really need that. Hydrated, again, I do put electrolytes in my water almost daily. And I use, like, Rebecca, we use, a variety of those. So yeah, I think it's really just what you need. But my staples are Fit, Lean right now, and the Fit, Lean, and Focus for sure. And making sure I take, either this electrolyte or another one. I have like an unflavored one. Sometimes I don't want the flavor, even though it's super subtle. So yeah. But yeah, I think you'd be perfectly fine. I don't, again, you'd have to gauge what's, appropriate for you, but.
I would just jump in there. I would say if you're, so like the Calm, the Energize, the Focus, I don't take those every day. It depends on like what I'm feeling or what I have to do that day. But the Lean, especially if you're looking to get that in your system and start losing that body fat, and to gain the muscle, then the Lean and the Fit, definitely an everyday thing. At least for, I don't know, Bonnie would say for the first 90 to 120 days. And then from there, you can kind of gauge maybe what your goal is from there. But, the Lean, I will say I got sick over Christmas. And I got that good old like sinus thing that went through. And I didn't take my Lean or Fit for 3 days, and I got on my scale. I have a biometric scale, so it tells me my hydration levels, my body, my visceral fat, my subcutaneous fat, my lean muscle, my skeletal muscle. Just in 3 days, it said, "Yay, you've met your weight goal." But when I looked closer, I had lost lean muscle.
Mm.
I had, which made my subcutaneous fat percentage go up, and my hydration levels were down. So
Oh.
just 3 days of not taking that, I mean, it was just like, and I was like, okay, shouldn't have done that. But I was thinking, I want to save them because I'm sick. So I'm maybe not doing what I normally do. So I won't take those. And hindsight, I should have taken those. That would have kept me level.
Yeah, and especially you think about hydrated, that is like I said, I can't emphasize hydration enough. I think everybody should take some form. But unfortunately, like there's like I will name like some of the stuff in the store, like liquid IV, that stuff is basically sugar. The element is that LMNT or whatever, that's what it's called. I've looked into that. And I think you'd have to take like 30 packets to get the appropriate amount that you would need. So you have to really be careful and know what you're getting. So much of the marketing out there, it's hard to filter through what is true and what isn't. So, but yeah, for me, faithfully is I'm taking the focus, and again, I really feel that those peptides are the future. They're future for longevity. And you think of people like, the rich and famous, like, Tony Robbins wrote wrote a book, and he had a huge chapter in there on how he was using peptides. Now, if we were going to use these, the safer, non-injectable, these are, they're paying tens of thousands of dollars, most of us can't afford to do that.
Right.
So, I know the value because I've been following people that have been taking them. And I'm like, okay, if we can get them, at a fraction of the cost and, anything that you can do at this point, I feel, at 67 years old, that I'm gonna invest and I'm gonna keep peptides in my body because I really do know and understand the value. Amino acids, again, huge for mood, for, again, that's something if somebody came to me with depression, I would say amino acids. We've got to get amino acids. You got to get sugar out,
Right.
get amino acids in your body, like right now. So these are small chain, which means they're going into the cells at a level that you eating a breast of chicken is not going to get you there. Right.
Right.
So,
Do any of these products counteract with any medications?
no, not that I'm aware of. Like I said, the only thing that people have come up with, oh, it has grapefruit in it, I can't take it, and that's not a factor. But again, if, I always say allergies, right? If you have an allergy, I have clients that cannot take ashwagandha, have a severe reaction. So you have to read, as I always tell you guys, ladies, read the ingredients on everything and make sure there's nothing that you would normally, if you have an intolerance to, and again, start slow when you're starting these, start one at a time so you know how your body's responding. Don't, probably don't do what I did. Sometimes I'm bad like that. Okay, yeah, I know. So start slow, introduce one at a time, and, just monitor how your body feels. So, and I'm talking like 1 or 2 days, not, weeks at a time. So no, you should, again, but use your best judgment and always read ingredients. And we have to say, talk to your doctor if you have
Right.
one.
You are my doctor.
Yes, I'm my doctor. What do I think?
Can you take electrolytes? Like I put electrolytes in my water every day. Can you take electrolytes and the hydrate?
It would be an either or because it is basically it is an electrolyte. So I alternate because we use the Elight, Rebecca and I do. So with that, I alternate. It's either one or the other.
Okay.
And
then
and the fun is because again, they're in these little packets. So especially if you're on the go, you can keep them. If you're flying in a car, that's where the Elight is a big bottle of liquid. So not as easy, especially if you're
they have little bottles I keep in my car.
Yes, I do too. Yeah. Yeah. And you can sneak those on a plane. I have done that. So
And that's good to know. So you talked about, I can't remember which one you were talking about that triggers visceral fat. Which one was that? Is that the fit?
yes.
Okay, so
wait, is that the lean?
the lean also.
The lean, yeah, the lean.
Lean.
Okay, so I thought you were saying the fit did it and then the lean also did it. So I just wanted to know, is that why you kind of want it's good to take them together?
Yes, so it is the lean. This is specific to target visceral fat.
Visceral fat.
So
Okay.
those are this is the visceral fat product. The fit is for muscle, maintaining muscle, reducing inflammation. So
So do you think those two together help to reduce the visceral fat? Because the one helps to reduce the visceral fat, and then, like you said, you've noticed that your pants are looser. So do you think it's a combination of both of them that's making your pants looser?
yeah, because when you're increasing muscle, right?
Mhm.
You
It
can't.
burns
Right,
fat.
right,
Yeah. Yeah.
right,
So
exactly.
that's why, like I said, I think they're the dynamic duo for sure.
Okay, yeah. All right. I think that is all of my questions.
And fit tastes delicious once you drink it, like you'll be addicted like we are.
Okay.
Pat
We have a
had a question,
program.
I think.
What'd you say, Susan?
I think Pat had a question.
Yes, yeah. Keep firing away, Pat. Did you have
It
Well, I
was,
really like this idea because I have this thing where I have to drink all the time. And sometimes I get so sick of water. And that's when I was addicted to those energy drinks. And I finally got off of that, but I still feel like I need to drink all the time. So I'm happy because one, I can do the hydrate and, really help to hydrate my body. But then two, I also can drink something that doesn't taste like water all the time.
Yeah, and you do. It's nice to have that variety, and we need that.
Yeah.
And it's good because you get different nutrients and you get different levels of minerals. So that's, I tell people all the time, don't eat the same 10 to 12 foods every single day because you can also create, food intolerances. And again, your body needs a variety. It's so
Yes.
critical to have variety. Okay, yes. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Rebecca. And I'll tell you about some bonus things we have. So don't go anywhere yet unless you guys we still got a few minutes, hopefully.
Nope, I'm good.
Okay, awesome. Pat, your question?
It's off topic, but we were talking. Somebody mentioned the scale and measuring the scale measuring this vis. I don't know how to say it. The physical fat. And I have a visceral fat. I have a scale that when I was doing this other program and it measures fat and all that stuff. But it seemed to me, and I would record it every day and all that. It seemed to me that the fat numbers and the other numbers were the same on whatever days that the weight was the same. So it seemed like a formula to me, like not actually measuring. Because say it was, I don't know, your weight was 100 pounds or whatever, and the fat was 10, and then the next, and you had 105, and the fat would be 11 or whatever. And then whatever days your weight was 100 and the fat would still be 10. It was the exact same based on whatever the weight was. So it seemed like a formula as opposed to actually measuring. Do I have a bad scale? Is there a better scale to get that actually measures the
Susan,
fat
this
as
is yours.
opposed to a formula?
So yes, there are bad scales out there. I don't know which one you have. The one I have actually is what it does is an electrical current that goes through your body. And I actually hold this, it's got like I don't know, kind of hard to show. You pull up from the scale and I hold on to it. It's got metal here. And then my feet, I have to be barefooted, goes on the scale. And so what that's doing is it's sending electrical current through my body and able to measure that way. So again, I don't know what your scale look like, but if you're going to get a scale, you really want to get this one's it's called Oxyline MD. So it's like a $400 scale, but I got it on Black Friday, so I got it for like $140. So, but and I will tell you that, so when I got it, I would measure myself every single morning when I got up because I wanted to see if it truly would look at stuff and not just my weight. And I will tell you, my weight stayed the same. And I would see the increase in muscle and the decrease. So the weight would stay the same, but it would show me the difference in my hydration, my visceral fat, all of that stuff. So that's why I could tell from all right, am I actually losing? The scale's not doing anything. Where's it going? But in those details, I could see. So it could have been your scale. I don't know what program you were on. Maybe the program, maybe it wasn't moving. Maybe it was you were losing muscle more than fat. I don't know, but definitely make sure you have a good quality scale. And there are some good ones out there. This was just the one that I researched and was like, all right, this is a good one.
Awesome.
Because it
Thank
said it was
you.
supposed to be doing that, and it's got like the metal pieces on but it's just on your feet, and it doesn't measure if your like feet are too dry, whatever, you have to put some lotion on or put some water. So it makes you think that it's doing it, but I don't know, based on the numbers, I think it's faking me out.
Yeah, I would say probably the scale. It's the scale because I don't like the ones that you just stand on it with your feet because again, that electrical current, when you're holding on to it, it's 2 points that it's able to measure through. Whereas on your feet, how high is it going? How tall are you? How, all that. It's having to go up and down where this is actually going through up through my
Yeah.
arms because
Okay.
it'll tell me how much fat and how much muscle I have on my arms as well.
Are you
Great.
talking about this one? I don't know if you can see it. Let me see.
I can't.
It's like a handle that you pull up. It's not showing, but it's like a
Yeah.
handle that you pull up and you
Yes.
hold on to it.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm looking
Yes.
at it online now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And so again, that's just the brand that I researched. I looked at a few different ones. There are some other ones out there, but that's the one that I found that was like, all right, this has got the best data and true to self.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah,
Good question. Good
interesting.
question. Awesome. Any other questions? I'm going to go ahead and do a little wrap up. Dr. Katie, do you have any questions?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, cool. So from a what we have going on right now, so from a product or customer perspective, so we'll send you a link, and what that does, if you put it on the subscription model, you'll save 10% off the prices. And then on the fourth month that you're on the subscribe and save or subscription model, I'm not sure what the name of it is. Everybody has their own name, but the fourth month it jumps to 20%. So there's an incentive. So out of the 6 products, there's always something I need, like I said, especially my staples. So that's the beauty. So remember, the fourth month, if you stay on it, it jumps to 20%. If you order 2 or more products, we have a special program. It's called 12 Weeks to Fit. And if you buy at least 2 of the programs, it's not necessarily a weight loss. It's a fitness program. It comes with recipes and workouts. It's a 42-page guide. Now, this one I did not create, but we have a special link and a special code for you to access that. And you can join a group. You can get, again, all the recipes, the information in that 40+ page guide. So again, the qualification for that is because we've got personal trainers, we've got people that have spent hundreds and hundreds of hours in time investing. So again, that's something, that they're giving back, and that you can take advantage of. So if and when you place your order, let me know, send me a screenshot. I don't see what you order. I know that you placed an order, but I won't see your order. So just send me a screenshot and then I can get you that password to obtain that 42-page guide. Again, there's no requirements for either you can place it one time, if you get on subscription, you don't like it, you can cancel. There's no, it's a fantastic company. If you're looking at it from a affiliate, it is a affiliate program, which means there's no monthly requirements. So if you don't want to sign up as a customer, you think, you know what, I may share this. And you can get free product credit. You get up to 40% in commission. I'm a affiliate for probably about 20,000 products, to be honest, because it's like everything I do is, a lot of what I do is product based, and it's a good way to make just some extra cash that people may need. It's my retirement fund, actually. So, and I'm giving 10% of all my proceeds to a local animal shelter. We have a desperate need in this community for animals that are in the elements, whether it's 100 degrees heat or it's 17 degrees. So that is, if you purchase, know that 10% of anything that I get is going to go to that animal shelter. So again, so whether you want to sign up as a customer or if you want to look at the affiliate model, there's zero fees to become an affiliate. And again, you can get access to earn commission just by sharing your code. So, but there's no advantages if you're not going to share. Just sign up as a customer, enjoy the products, and know that I will be there either way to support you on your journey of health. So, any other questions or thoughts before we wrap up?
So you suggested to start with one and see how you feel. So, like if you want to order something, then you can't do the subscription, right? Or how does that
Oh,
work?
no, I would order them. I'm just saying it's not really how you're going to feel. It's how your body responds. So I'm all about low and slow when you start anything. So just, I would order, for me, I ordered all 6 products, but I didn't start all 6 on day 1, right? So
Okay.
I started with I think my first product was Energized. That was my first beverage. So I started there and I was addicted. Honestly, after one of these, like I hand these out as samples. If you're in my area, I will give you, no, that's not the right one, but those, you will know the difference. You will feel a difference without a doubt with the Energized, again, mentally and physically. So that's where I started. I'm like, I love this. I feel great. And then again, just using common sense like you would. Most people do, like to start slow, and that's what I recommend with anything. So you may not feel with everything, you're not going to feel lean working, right? You're not necessarily going to feel hydrate. You may have a little bit more energy. So, yep.
Oh,
Okay.
Bonnie, we also just, there is that program, or not program, that package, just so you guys know that they do, it's hydrate, lean, and fit.
That's right. Thank
Yeah,
you.
so they have a bundle package that if you bundle those 3, I think it's $10 off if you buy the bundle package, and then if you put it on subscription, then you get 10% off that, and then you get free shipping. Yeah, so it's all that. So if you buy those separately, then I think it ends up after 3 months, you end up saving it's like $120 something. So
Thank you.
yeah, so I was looking, that's what I tell my people, if you're gonna, and you can start off one at a time, but if you bundle it, because you know that maybe your goal is to lose fat and gain muscle, go ahead and get that, because you're going to end up saving money overall.
Yes, and that's under collection. So when you log into the site, thank you, Katie. I'm sorry, Katie. Thank you, Susan. You are a blessing. Muscle and metabolic collection is what you're going to look for. The fit, the hydrate, and the lean. Yeah, and it's $249 in the bundle. So you're saving. And then I want to say it drops to like $220
What is
something
it
again.
called? The bundle?
Pardon?
What is
Oh,
the bundle called?
muscle and metabolic collection. And I can, like I said, I'll send you whatever, anybody needs. I can send you the specific link if you need that. But yeah, it's for strength, hydration, of course, and then the weight support.
Should I start with lean or fit? If you want us to start with one.
I would do the fit.
Fit, okay.
Like I said, just do it the first day and then add the next one. I don't think, yeah. I've not had anybody have any negative reactions, but like I said, I always like to, that way, like I said,
Okay.
And like I said, if you do have a little detox effect, that's awesome, right? It's, God and nature's way of purging the things out of your system that shouldn't be in your system. So,
is that a 90-day or a 60-day?
pardon?
It's 30-day. It's a 30-day, so yeah. And then that's why after 3 months of it, they go down, but it's subscription. You'll get it every 30 days.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Each one is a 30-day supply. But again, if you're not, like I said, you may not need calm every day if you don't, if you're not feeling anxious or wanting to improve your sleep. you may just take it. These are things that I carry with me again when I travel, especially going down some of the major interstates, as we know, and like you guys all live in around bigger cities. Like I like to keep that with me in case of emergencies.
Well, the subscribe is get an order every month, but it doesn't have to be the same product.
Nope. I add different ones each month. I keep my staples in there, like I said, but yeah, no, I add different ones in. So yeah, no, super flexible, easy to cancel. Yeah, nothing complicated or tricky about it. Yeah, like I said, it is probably the simplest company and program, especially coming from a business perspective. Like I've no, like I said, and true affiliate models, there's no monthly requirement. There's no, you just use your code, you share it. And that's pretty much it. Super simple. And the Make company is going to be have a conference in Orlando in March. So if anybody wants to go to Orlando in March where it's warm, please join us.
Yes, yes.
The 6th through the 8th. Would love, love, love to see to have you guys hang out with us at the Gaylord Palms Resort in Kissimmee. It's beautiful.
Perfect.
Yeah, that'll be their first official launch. The company technically is still in the pre-launch. The company hasn't launched, but the gentleman that started is Justin Prince. He was with another company previously, and he turned that company around. And I don't know, Susan, if you know all the exact numbers, but they have done in 3 months what they did in 3 years in the other company in sales. I mean,
Wow.
they are blowing, like I said, it's the products work and they're high quality, and he's a very high integrity man that a lot of people, they trust him. And my dear friend is a friend of hers. And when she said, hey, take a look at these, I knew, coming from Denise, in her heart that there was no question. Again, they're both men and women of integrity that I knew that had to be good. So, all right. Any other questions? My question is, when is it going to be warm again? And when is the snow going to go away?
So it's going to be in the 50s here on John's Island this week. How about you in Somerville?
Yeah, I think we're going to get in the 50s. I can't lie. Like I am going stir crazy. Like I have got to get out. We walk outdoors usually typically every single day. And I'm just like, I have not been out since Monday. So
Yesterday I went to take my how do you call that, to get the mail. They didn't even deliver mail. I